To Gay Power on 95.7 MRC Radio, Cincinnati's new music. Oh, yeah, yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Radio Rainbow, and today I will be talking about my coming out story. Yay! So, I think I'm gonna have this be like a series. So like, what I will talk about is like, obviously my coming out stories and things that have to deal with that. I'll also be talking about like the struggles I had to go through as a gay man. I'll also talk about, just daily bias, stuff like that, struggle. Yeah. Anyway, to the coming out story. So for all those who don't know, I am gay. I've been gay for a lot of my life, which is what this story is gonna talk about. Yeah. So let's get into it. I don't even know where to start. Let me think. When I was younger, so when I was like around 3rd, 4th grade, I had feelings for guys, but I never really knew. Excuse me, sorry. I never really knew what those said feelings were. I always thought I was just a crazy little kid who doesn't even know what he's talking about, because when I was younger, I was just younger. But as I started growing older, well, let me restart. So in 4th grade, I had my first quotation mark gay moment. So me and a friend, we'll call him Bob. So me and Bob had a sleepover, and we started playing Truth or Dare, because like what little kids didn't play Truth or Dare? We had fun playing. Like we would do like silly things, like I dare you to get a spoon and eat out of the bag of sugar. Like you eat a spoonful of sugar is pretty much what I'm saying right now, and whatnot. But after that continued for a while, all of a sudden I dared Bob to kiss me. And he laughed, but he did it, and it was on the cheek, and we both just started laughing because we're like, I can't give a reason why we were laughing. It was just funny to us that we did that. But later that night, Bob was asleep, and I was thinking to myself, like, that felt pretty cool. Like, if it felt right to be kissed by a guy. And me just being the 4th grader I am, I'm just like, I don't even know what that means. But yeah, just me being the 4th grader I was, I didn't know what these feelings and whatnot. But a few years later, a few years pass, and I believe it's like first month. It's like near the first. It's in the first quarter of 7th grade. And at the time, I was going to Sycamore Junior High School. But, yeah, it was beginning of first quarter, something like that in first quarter of 7th grade. But I was talking... Hold on. Let me go back a few years. So 5th and 6th grade, I started dating girls. I was in my dating phase. Started dating girls, and it never truly felt right to me. I always felt like I should be with a guy. But at this time, I had no idea what being gay or anything like that meant. I thought I was just like the one weird kid that has weird thoughts about things like this. But as I was dating these girls, I would never break it off with them because I never wanted to hurt anyone, so I would wait until they broke it off with me. But anyway, now we can get on to 7th grade. So 7th grade, it's the beginning of 7th grade, like I said before. I'm talking with one of my friends, and I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but I remember that she said I remember that they said that they were bi, and me being curious, I still had no idea what any of that meant. I asked them, what does being bi mean? They said they like both boys and girls, and that when they said that literally blew my mind. Like I'm not even joking. That blew my mind. I'm like, what? That is a legit thing. Like, that is possible. Like, people can like both boys and girls. I'm like, no flipping way. Like, maybe I'm not crazy after all. I'm like, wow. But anyway, after that, I was only at the Sycamore Junior High School for about a week, and then another week, and then after that week, I moved schools to Schroeder High School. And honestly, I never knew that school was there, and I'd usually drive past it like every day, or a lot of the time, like every other day, or something like that. And I just never knew that school was there. Excuse me. And I never knew that school was there. But when I did, I'm a shy kid, so I didn't really have any many. English, I do not speak well. So I've always been a shy kid. It was my first day there. I really just kept to myself. I didn't really start talking to people until like a month later when I was in that school. Like, I had a small group of friends, but I never just started talking really, even with the group of friends that are still my friends to this day. I never really talked to them. I was still shy. I guess just trying to figure out everything, the school-wise, like classes and whatnot. But later that year in the 7th grade, I not necessarily did research, but I started thinking more opportunities, because the school at Schroeder, I noticed that there was a lot more LGBTQ couples, or just people in general. Like, every way, and hold on, there was a lot more, which started letting me think, process, believe is the right word. So it started making me believe that it is a legitimate thing, and it's okay to be like this. So later, 7th grade year, I came out as bisexual, and I lost a lot of friends, quotation mark friends, because I thought they were, when I said I was bisexual. And the friends that are still with me to this day are just the best, because with my group of friends, I don't know how to explain it. Like, my group of friends, we make like racist jokes and stereotypical jokes and like gay joke, just a bunch of jokes that should not be funny. I'm a horrible person. Anyway, so we make a bunch of jokes like that, and I'm able to laugh with them. Not like they're not laughing at me or anything like that. I'm just able to laugh with them, and it's just all fun and games. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. ADHD kicked in like real hard right there. Yeah, nothing much happened else during my 7th grade year. Like, I got a bunch of struggles, but like I said, that's going to probably be for like different podcast things, majiggers, whatever I do here, which I enjoy. But it's the summertime, and I get my first boyfriend. Yeah. It was a long distance relationship kind of thing. Like for all those newer, older kids, something. Do you got there was an app called Kick. It's still an app to this day. Just not a lot of people know about it. Well, they do. It's just they don't use it. Anyway, I used Kick, and with Kick you can find different group chats of your interest. So I searched up like gay teen or bisexual teen group chats, like 12 to 15, because let's just say men are disgusting, like older men, because they would send you things a 12-year-old or however old I was in 7th grade that should not see. Anyway, I met him through Kick, and we talked for a little bit, but in the end we dated, which I guess I've already said. I told my parents that I'm in a relationship, and my mother kept saying, well, kind of both of them kept saying, oh, what's her name? Who is she? How old is she? Where is she from? Stuff like that. And they kept saying she. And I was getting really paranoid about it because they don't know I'm bisexual yet. They just know all they know I'm a straight guy. So I was getting really paranoid that they kept saying she in general. So I decided to come out to them. I came out to my mother first, and I was really worried about this one because she's like a high-class Christian. It's like everything about the Bible. Bottom line, she's just a very religious person. So when I did come out to her, she didn't what is the word I'm looking for? She didn't like disown me. Yeah, she didn't disown me. She would just ask me, and still kind of like to this day, it's like an off topic we just don't talk about. Excuse me. But she would say, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Like, I don't know. Like, are you sure you're bisexual? Like, I know you're still trying to figure yourself out." And I'm like, "Yes, Mom. I'm bisexual. I enjoy it. I'm proud of myself to be bisexual." She's like, "Okay, if you say so." And we just dropped it for real. After that, like we just like it's still kind of like an off-topic subject, a non-topic sub. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It's just it's a subject. Hold on, let me get my thoughts. It's a subject we do not speak about, like even to this day. It's just in the back of our heads. Now, my father, on the other hand, my father was that one's hard to explain. Is very abusive towards me. Was abusive towards me. He's still abusive. I just don't live with him. Is what I'm saying. He was abusive to me, physically abusive. Yeah. So I was really, really scared of telling him because I had no idea what he was going to think about that. Like, I don't know. I was just scared because I didn't want to get hit. Anyway, so when I did tell him, it was it was hard for me to tell him just because I didn't want to get hit and like disowned or shamed or anything like that. It was legit hard to tell him. But I finally came around and told him. Bottom line, let's just say it did not end well. Like, just marks and whatnot. Anyway, we'll be right back after the break. You're listening to Gay Power on 95.7 MRC Radio, Cincinnati's new music. Oh, yeah.
Everything you're hearing is made by students right here in Cincinnati at the Music Resource Center.
It's all made by us.
This is 95.7 MRC.
Cincinnati's new music. Hey, next thing. Beginning of 8th grade year. Summer's over. It's now school time. Back to prison I go. Yeah. By that time, me and my boyfriend were still dating. Like a month or two after first quarter, after school started is what I'm saying. He just ghosted. Like, he just disappeared off the grid. And I was really concerned about him. But, yeah, he just, like, disappeared off social media, disappeared in real life. Well, not in real life. Well, he wasn't missing, like, in posters or anything like that. But, yeah, he just ghosted. Like, no one's heard from him or anything like that. So I'm like, it's probably over. So I start not looking, but just focused on schoolwork and not really looking for boys, but at the same time just wanting one, like a boyfriend. But later in the 8th grade year, I come out as gay, like full-on gay. I come out. And I lost even more friends when I said that. But again, like I said before, the friends that I have to this day are still with me. I literally just said to this day. The friends that I had, some friends that I had back then are still with me to this day, and they're the greatest. I know when they hear this, if they hear this, they're gonna be like, "Oh man," and then we're all gonna make jokes. Probably go through some deja vu. Like, who doesn't? I guess I never really said this in this, but when I came out as bisexual and gay, I was bombarded with questions. So I should have said that. I should have said this before. But anyway, I was like bombarded with questions when I first came out as bisexual and when I came out as full-on gay. So like some of the questions were like, why are you gay? Who made you gay? Who chose you? Stuff, stupid questions like that. And a lot of them were coming from the guys. And ironically, a lot of my friends now are girls. The only reason why that is because I feel like girls are just a lot more simpler. Not trying to sound mean or sexist or anything, but they are. Like, I feel like I connect more with girls. Like gossiping and stuff like that. And like makeup. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Just because I was getting bombarded with questions, I decided, I don't even know why I decided to, but I decided not to do any work in class. So, for all you guys don't know, I'm a really smart guy. Like, if I wanted to, I could be taking college courses. I could just go to college, get a college degree. I bet my old man would be so proud. No, I'm joking. But yeah, I could legit like be taking rocket science if I wanted to. Like rocket science, I would struggle with a little bit, but not really, because I was taking like college algebra in 6th grade. Anyway, I decided not to do any work. I was just trying to lay low, and I don't know what my 8th grade self was thinking, because like, what are my grades going to be doing? Like, how does not doing my work not give me attention? Like, it was stupid of me just not to do my work. But yeah, I don't think really much else happened 8th grade year. Towards the end of the 8th grade year, I got another boyfriend. This one was IRL. So was the last one, but I could touch him. We could hug and whatnot. We could go on dates, which is actually the story I'm about to tell you. So we went on our first date together, and this is after school's out, or like it's third quarter. It's like nearly end of third quarter. We go out one weekend and we decide to go to the movies. I think the movie we were watching was The Greatest Showman. That sounds right. I feel like I know I saw it in theater. I don't remember that. Anyway, we watched a movie. I'm pretty sure it was The Greatest Showman. We get a large thing of popcorn. We put it in between us. And this felt so romantic and just like in the movies, which is ironic because we're in the okay. So what happened was we both go for the popcorn, and our hands touch like any other teenage romantic comedy that happens at the movies. But we blushed. And then we just decided to hold hands inside the popcorn bin and just like feed each other popcorn, which like my heart literally melted. It like melted because of that, and it just felt so sweet. But yeah, we were just feeding each other popcorn, and yeah, it felt so romantic. It felt the best thing in the world. Yeah, I was getting sidetracked. So, come the summer of whatever year that was, I can't even remember what year that is. But the next summer, I get a job for cutting grass. So this summer, I was excited because I'm thinking like, I'm a freshman now. I'm in high school. I'm like, ooh. This is going to be my time. Next year is going to be my time. I'm going to be a freshman. I'm going to be the boss of the school. Man, was I disappointed. I really was disappointed to be a freshman because that just means I'm growing older, and that just means there was like 3 years till I graduate. And now that I'm saying this, there's only 2 years till I graduate high school, which is just going to be... God. Anyway. So that summer, I was cutting grass for money. And before I was cutting this person's grass, we'll call them Bob 2.0. Because we live in 2019, so just grow up. We can be 2.0. I can't take myself seriously anytime. Anyway, Bob 2.0. I was cutting Bob 2.0's grass. Can't even say that. Bob 2.0's grass. I was doing it not for a while, but this was my second time cutting his grass. But only reason why I started cutting his grass because their son goes to my school, or my old school, I should say, something like that. So I was cutting their grass, and one day out of the blue, I'm almost finished with his grass. He comes up to me and says, "Are you gay?" I'm like, "Yes." And then he took the lawnmower right out of my hands and told me to get off his property before he calls the cops. I was so confused. This is like just 2 weeks before I learned what homophobia is. But yeah, dude was really homophobia. Yeah. So he kicked me off his property. I didn't get paid that time. Never went back to his house ever. But yeah, that happened. So I can cross that off the bucket list. Nothing much happened else that summer for real. I guess the only major thing happened was nothing happened. So I'm a freshman now. Nothing really happened. No one really talked to me. Well, hold on. No one really asked me about my gayness, my homosexuality thing. No one really came up and talked to me about that. Everyone was cool with me. I was cool with everyone. Third quarter, me and my boyfriend broke up. Can we get an F in chat, please? But we broke up. I was devastated because I thought this was going to last a long time. Hey, this is future Radio Rainbow. I just want to say for that session, I had to end it early. So listen out for part 2. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone has a good day, though. Yeah, listen out for part 2, which should be coming very soon, I guess, hopefully. But I do want to say that I am sorry for not uploading as much as I should. It's like right now it's been like once a month, and really that's like all I have time for. But I am hoping to get out a new podcast thing once every week or every other week, just like kind of keep it consistent instead of like posting at random times. Yeah, I've just been busy, so I'll be working on that, getting it out weekly or every other week. Well, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. You're listening to Gay Power on 95.7 MRC Radio, Cincinnati's new music. Oh.